Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm going to share with you today the Big and Buttery chocolate chip cookies. These are considered the best ever from the Taste of Home 2020 magazine. Here I am going to show you the 1 cup of butter that I've softened and the 1 cup of packed brown sugar and 3/4 cup of sugar that I'm mixing together. So I'm going to mix those until blended. That's just what's going on here. I'm also going to add 2 large eggs, one at a time, as I always do. You see me cracking them into a separate bowl and then adding them to the batter. That's just to make sure that there are no bad eggs to ruin my entire batch of cookies. So that's just going to mix for a while until everything is just blended. Here I'm taking my 2 2/3 cup of all-purpose flour and putting it in a bowl. And in this bowl, I am going to mix in baking soda and salt and have that all mixed together so that I can add that to my batter in just a few minutes. Yep. Now that everything is added, I'm going to take a small whisk and just mix it all together just to ensure that everything is mixed evenly throughout the flour. I forgot to add the vanilla, so I'm going to add 1.5 teaspoons vanilla extract to the sugar butter mixture. Taking a little stop to scrape down everything. Now I'm going to add about half of the flour mixture to the sugar mixture and then have that mixed into the batter. I'm just going to do this half and half so that it'll mix a lot easier. Well, there you go. You see, I'm such a messy cook. Things just always fly out of my mixer, but there it is. I'm glad I mixed everything together, and I hope that everything is truly evenly distributed so that all of my baking soda and flour aren't on the countertop. Here's the second and last half of the flour. I'm going to add that into the mixture and mix that up. And guess what? Here we go again. It's all out of the mixing bowl. I don't know why I can't get it together. And here I go, just trying to straighten up some. I'm such a messy mixing bowl person. So we're getting ready to actually add the chocolate chips and the walnuts in. I just want to take a minute and let you know that the walnuts were toasted. I toasted them in a frying pan just until they started smelling, and they actually smelled very good. And that is one of the keys to this dish, is that toasting of the walnuts is so very important to how the dish will taste. So as you see here, I know that I can't mix this in the mixer, so I've taken it off and I'm mixing the the walnuts and the chocolate chips in by hand. This is a lot of work, and I'm just kind of speeding it up for you because it doesn't take much to see me mixing it in, but it's really a lot of work. So I realized that this spatula isn't going to do it, and so I stop and go get another tool. It's one of these heavy duty plastic forks, and it really mixed it in very, very well. So now that everything is mixed in well, I'm going to take a moment and just clean off my space so that I can be prepared to roll the cookies out. So I'm grabbing this container because we're going to shape these cookies and put them in the refrigerator overnight. The instructions actually tell us to separate the layers of the cookies with wax paper or parchment. So that's why you see me cutting parchment paper to fit this container. So in keeping with following the instructions, I'm going to shape 1/4 cup of dough into balls, and then I'm going to flatten each of the balls into 3/4 inch thickness. And that's just what you see me doing here. I'm going to do a couple of these, and then I'll come back and show you what everything looks like when I finished shaping and I'm separating them with the parchment paper. There's one layer, and I'm going to continue. There we are. We're at the bottom of the pan, and I am putting the last one on top. I'm covering it with the parchment paper and going to put it in put the airtight top on this and refrigerate it overnight. The instructions tell you that chilling the dough overnight actually allows the flour to convert to sugar, which means that the baked cookies will be chewier and slightly sweeter. Here they are the next day. I just took out a couple and baked, and I wanted to share with you just how big they are, hence the best ever big and buttery chocolate chip cookies. Look at it, guys. They were really delicious. Look at Brie. Those are her fingers coming in there getting one for herself. There's my thumbs up. Okay, everyone, as you can see, I baked the cookies. I baked them at 400 degrees, but what I had to do first was take them out of the refrigerator, put them on a parchment lined cookie sheet, and let them rest there for 30 minutes, I guess, to take a lot of the chill off of the dough. And then I baked them. As you can see, they are big. That is kind of the name of these cookies, and they're really good. So I only baked 9, and I was able to get 15. The recipe says that it should yield 24. So I guess some of mine are bigger than they should be. They are delicious. Here's one. Again, they are big, chewy, chocolate, nutty cookies. Delicious. I'll put the recipe for you down in the description box. Please feel free to make it and let me know how they come out for you. Thank you guys, and have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.